When you do go, particularly with restrictive diets, you have the issue of nutrient deficiencies. You don't want to be removing foods for too long. If you are doing a vegetarian or a vegan diet, it's really important that you are matching certain whole grains, with legumes and beans to get complete protein. If you are taking out foods, big macronutrient groups or, certain foods with micronutrients, you need to be smart about that if you are going to limit your intake of certain foods. Honestly, variety is the best, but on some occasions you might have a limited diet and you need to think about that if you really do want to thrive. You do really want to have the best diet for you to be as healthy as possible. The thing about with diets, particularly restrictive diets, or even when you start to get really focused in on food, is that can actually be a trigger for eating disorders. So of course I want you to be thinking about eating healthy food, doing what's good for you, for your body, possibly the next generation, but don't become too obsessed. And if you are going down the path of quite a restrictive diet or even a difficult diet, ketogenic diet is not easy to stick with. It's good working with a practitioner, getting some blood markers, having someone to check in on you just to make sure that you are implementing that correctly, and that you are not having any of these sort of side effects, nutrient deficiencies, or even leading into an eating disorder. One of the most important things, and I haven't mentioned this yet, but just as important, if not in some ways maybe more than just getting all the nutrients you need, is having a good relationship with food. Enjoying food, celebrating food. Most of us have been there. If you haven't, good on you. But where we've had a bad relationship with food. There was a time where I definitely deprived myself, thought of food as good and bad. I had a terrible relationship with food, and that causes stress. That is not healthy. That no doubt was part of my path, even though I thought I ate well, into getting an autoimmune disease. I definitely was a little bit too obsessed or stressed or anxious about the food I ate. You want to have a good relationship with food. You definitely don't want to punish yourself because you ate something that you think isn't good for you. In addition, particularly with restrictive diets, again, food sensitivities can get worse with long-term elimination diets. It can change your microbiome. You can start to have issues, with the gut.